Hey guys, Jengar here. Today we are continuing the Jet RB adventure and we're continuing it in the ME-262 C-2b. We're gonna take a look at this plane in realistic battle and we'll see how it performs. I'll see you in the match. Hey guys, so here we are in the match. We have been climbing with the boosters and the booster climb rate is fantastic. You take your speed up until about 700, 900 and then you just zoom up to 6,000 meters. It is fantastic to do. The 8.0 battle rating is justified when you have the boosters. You get up tiered a lot in this plane, unfortunately. And the up tier battles are basically a disaster. As long as you have the boosters, you have a chance to combat, and you know, you are not compatible to the other planes. They're mostly all better than you, but at least you have a chance with the boosters. But as soon as the boosters go away, you are far inferior to anything you face at 9.0. And if you get a kill in a match like that, you are lucky before you die. Sometimes you survive by very careful defensive flying with a kill, but most of the time in the up-tiered battles you are screwed. This plane is basically the flight model of the A1A, slightly worse even because it's slightly heavier and all that in performance. When it loses the boosters, when it has the boosters, of course it is better than the thing, but the rest is quite similar, and you basically then have a 7.0 plane in a 9.0 match. I didn't have any good 9.0 matches, unfortunately. I had some okay ones, but yeah, you can't catch anybody. You're constantly playing last of the class, coming in behind, trying to, people pass you all the time. You get one shot and then people extend away from you. It's just it's not fun when you get up tier, let's say that. When you get down tiered though, you are quite good. I mean, the 7.0 and the 8.0 matches you get are fantastic for this plane. The booster, use it to climb up the altitude, move from there, and after that use it sparingly in an emergency or when you need to climb back up. And then you do have an advantage on many of the other planes, which is very good. It's very enjoyable in that way. You have good firepower, and you got to use the plane in close range. Basically want to fire within 400 meters. Preferably you have 4 nose mounted 30mm, of course, which is very good firepower, but the velocity of the shells is very low. They have a high drop off and they are very difficult to aim, especially in jet to jet combat. Bigger targets like bombers like this one are more doable. This one already we got some hits in there, but that one already was destroyed by our Ho 229 ally there. The bigger targets, of course, you hit more easily, but even then, if they maneuver a little bit, it is very difficult to hit things when you are outside of a certain range, and that range, according to me, I think you should be around 400-500 meters at the minimum. 300 meters is the perfect firing range for these guns. Beyond that, you're basically, well, you've got to fly the plane very often to do any damage. Apart from that, the acceleration in this plane without the boosters is not very good. It has good energy retention though, so that's good. It has decent top speed. Of course, compared to the 9.0 planes, that's crap. We crit the left wing there, and that for TU4. With these shells critting it, it's usually end of story. The TU4s and B-29s as well are out of balance then, and they will usually crash into the ground eventually. The roll rate of the plane is pretty good. The maneuverability is pretty good. At medium speeds, at high speeds, the maneuverability suffers a little bit. It can't turn for its life. So yeah, and the climb rate without the boosters also isn't good. So you have very little to work with if the boosters are off. With the boosters, everything is peachy, everything is nice. You have good acceleration, you have better maneuverability, you have higher acceleration, so that's all very nice. But without it, it is just the 7.0 Schwalbe, and you shouldn't expect anything fabulous of the plane. You just need to be very strict in your boom and zoom roll, especially when the boosters run out. So this is the kind of matches I got. Three kills, 2 kills, 1 kill. When you have the 7.0 matches, you usually survive in this plane. As of course you have the booster, the climb rate with the boosters, like I said, is fantastic. We reached altitude again in this match. We met these 2 attackers here. Now I did a review on the attacker. The attacker is pretty nice, a good plane. So I got to be careful. I do have my boosters though, and I have the energy advantage at this moment, so I have no worries here with these 2 planes. It's just getting the right angle and getting the right lead on these guys. It's really, the aiming with this thing is really hit and miss. I started to fly with stealth as I flew the Schwalbe before, and I thought, well, you know, it's not that long ago, only a few months. I should still remember how I should fly this thing, but it really was hit and miss with the stealth belt, and I decided to fly the universal belt a little later on. And I have the last match with the universal belt. This is of course with the centrally mounted guns. I always use 800 meters. Doesn't really matter if you use 300 or 800 meters convergence with these nose mounted guns. And I use stealth in this match and in the first match, and I will use universal in the last match I show in this video. Now not even close to enough lead on that guy. And here we have caught up with a B-57, and there you see the complete randomness of the guns. As a spray there a bit, they also are not very accurate. They don't go exactly where you go. They spray a little bit, of course. And I could have sworn I had the right angle there, but only after hitting the wing I got him down. And a lot of the early shells just went into nowhere. While he was pretty close by, it was really right behind him. Now here I'm trying to turn with this P80. And basically have more or less the same turn rate here. Couldn't catch him, so we put on the boosters again and we get some altitude as the Thunderjet there is landing on my right, and the B-57 is taking off. Now we're trying to catch some speed here as we go for our 3rd kill in this match. Now this match was also again won. You do meet some very good teams at this battle rating. The German jet teams usually know what they're doing, and it is only very rarely that I found myself in a match which we completely lost. This was more or less most of the time at the higher battle ratings at 9.0, and then combined with having this plane, not so good. So we pepper the tail here, we get a crit on the elevator and he is going down. There we get our 3rd kill of this match. Now as we went back to land, one of our allies tried to get a team kill on us as the match ran out. Fun times, you know. Of course I wouldn't have gotten a kill counted if he shot me there, because the tickets were already gone. But still. It's pretty funny. So here in the 3rd match we met one of the 100 guys, Evil. We know each other a little bit, and we supported each other a little bit in this game, which was fun. I started this game off again with some terrible aim. I already missed 2 targets with him being on target and getting his kills in the first part of the match, and me getting my kills in the second part of the match. Now here we outclimb both of these F2H Banshees by using the boosters, and they decide to go into a dive. We're going after this guy. Let's see if we can get him. Not enough lead there, not even close to enough lead there. You really need to be sharp with this thing and practice it a little bit before you go into matches. If you've never flown it, you'll be surprised at how much lead you need. Even I had some trouble with me actually knowing that it does require quite a bit of lead from flying the Schwalbe, but yeah, took some matches to get used to it. Now here we go, we have universal in the belt of course, and we go for this P80 here. See if we can catch up to him. Takes it into the vertical, then rolls around, trying to get into a rolling battle here. We get him there. Obliterate him. When you get these shells on target, they are sublime. They really just shred everything to pieces, but the trick is of course to get them on target. Banshee here. Get the left wing there. Again, boom, shell goes. You see the Thunderjet there trying to sneak away low. He's probably damaged a little bit. We're going after him. We have the speed advantage on him. It took us a little bit to catch up to him, but here we do catch up to him. Not enough lead. He goes into the vertical, going for a roll here, and we do get him there. Our third kill in this match. And then we roll back to go back into the center of the map. There's one guy left in this match, and he was going towards the airfield last time we checked. It's a bomber, so he's probably reloading on the airfield. There he is, and he was just letting the tickets run out, sitting on the airfield. So again, we won that match, 3 kills again. We're the second place in the team. Let's see what kind of rewards that got us. Of course, I have no premium anymore. So we got Terror of the Sky in this match and Bulletproof, 43,000 silver lines and 2,900 research points. Second in the match. I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so definitely a challenging plane you got here. The plane sits at 8.0 battle rating, which is quite the challenge. At 9.0, of course, the plane has the performance of a 7.0 Schwalbe, which means you have bad acceleration, bad climb rate, bad turn time, but you do have good energy retention, good firepower, and a good top speed and a good dive performance. The plane does have a stiff elevator, so you gotta be careful of that, but as a 7.0 plane, on sich it's fine, but with the boosters it's fantastic of course, and you're definitely above the average. With that, when you get to 8.0, it can perform very well. It's a good plane. At 9.0, you will have a little bit more trouble in this plane, as the performance doesn't warrant 9.0. Even with the boosters, I mean the boosters does give it a competitive edge. You can at least have a chance to perform with the boosters, but of course the boosters run out, and then you're sitting in a 7.0 plane with the performance of a 7.0 plane, and you're facing the Hunters and the F2 Sabres and all that jazz, and you're gonna have trouble also with the aiming, which is difficult. You gotta get up close, and most of the things outrun you there, so that's gonna be a bit of a frustration. At the battle ratings that it's made for 8.0 and 7.0, the plane performs very well. I flew it for quite a few matches actually. Here it sits. 17 matches, 64% win rate, 18 kills, 7 deaths. So, and the most of those deaths were in 9.0. So you don't really have to die in 8.0, 7.0 battle rate. Good plane, you can do very well with it. Guys, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.